legitimately touch legacy or bosses in a really long time. Apok has been around for quite a long time, I believe back in November 2017, but he took a huge break. He came back to the game and then he took another huge break. And now with the tournament, he started again. So, and he improved his PB by close to 2 minutes, which is ridiculous to think about.
Yeah, so even though even though both of them are not able to advance into the top 8, it is definitely still a race to watch out for.
It's a nice race to close up, I guess, this group stage. Both of them played extremely well. Apok actually managed to get one of the biggest upsets, in my opinion, in the tournament, getting that tie against Jason. Jason being one of the most consistent players right now in this category. Uh, Getting that tie from Jason is like, really incredible. So Apok unfortunately has to retry that one. You can do a specific damage boost, but he got really unlucky, so he's gonna lose a little bit of time.
I was kind of hoping we would go for it, but yeah, that can be pretty difficult, and
Yeah.
it's probably better to retry there.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if he knows the strat with the damage boost, because it's actually not a really known thing. You don't usually see that little mishap happening there. You can, on the other hand, got the Echo Machine skip as well. We'll see if Apple gets it as well. He will attempt one try, but since he doesn't have the HP, he's going to kill the machine. You saw from Yuka's screen, you can actually clip underneath and skip the killing the machine. It saves about 4 seconds. But good thing there for Apok, though, he managed to go through the second time Force Volleys. A little bit of a time loss there, about 30 seconds more or less. So it's up to him, I guess, to catch up. Yuka plays well as well. He has a really nice PB. I believe it's around 26 something. But ever since Yuka didn't really have any chance to advance to the next stage, I believe he's been doing all sorts of different categories in Cuphead. That's usually what Yuka does. He prefers the more weird, unique style categories. But he's actually a really talented speedrunner. Not sticking to one category, but actually being really consistent at every single category that he does is pretty impressive.
He's doing a bunch of the category extensions, so the one guns, where you just pick one gun which removes weapon swap from everything, and depending on which gun you choose, it can be really weird.
Exactly. I mean, for those who don't know, what Legacy means, basically is what both of the runs are doing. Legacy is the original version of the game and has like a lot of glitches. The biggest glitch, the major glitch I guess in this patch is the weapon swap glitch. And basically, when you rapidly switch between weapons, you fire that projectile, even though it has some specific cooldown. Every time you switch a weapon, it gets removed. That's a major glitch that exists only in Legacy, and that allows you to do like a lot of damage to the bosses. And one of the things that Yuka did, for example, in his fight was skipping the second phase of Rebate Croaks entirely. Apok will get it as well because he gets a really easy pattern. So, luckily for both of them, there wasn't any mistakes in the Frogs fight. Which can be a little bit troublesome, by the way, for many runners. Not really much to say other than that. The last phase can be a little bit tricky with specific patterns. There are 3 patterns that you can get. You saw Yuka getting I believe it was the turtles or the snakes, whatever you call it. Apple getting the bulls. It can be a little bit tricky. If you have the HP, you can just like tag those discs again, I guess, platforms, whatever they are. But if you want to play a little bit safer for the race, you can just like try to dodge them. You'll lose a little bit of time as you saw Apok losing time.
Yeah, with the new tricks, Bolts is the best pattern, but he got a bunch of lobbers. I think he was a bit too close for that. There's a specific way you can get extra damage on the lobbers, which I think Yuka used in one of his lobbers on Goopy.
Yes, he actually did that, and you can see that spectacular thing that as soon as the grave for the last phase of Goopy drops, you kill it. It looks kind of weird because there are like some weird, I guess, animations that weren't really supposed to happen. So Legacy is all about that. We're gonna see some other stuff later on, especially in IL2. Some things that were not supposed to happen because we are dealing a lot of damage.
A brawl is surely brewing.
So
You're
yeah,
up.
Kupi was a. It's not really a difficult fight, but Hildaberg is.
Yeah, you can start in that one. He's probably trying for the Hilda Freeze, which needs precise damage. It's pretty difficult because the small limbs make it harder to track the damage you're dealing. And yeah, if he does it correctly, I don't think he can anymore. It's possible to preset in this phase, and that skips all the remaining phase transitions.
Yeah, remaining phase transitions makes the fight so much easier as well because sometimes the last phase can be a little bit troublesome with specific like stars or RNGs that you can get.
Yeah, I can see Hilda holding her hands to the head and shaking around. During this time, she's invincible
Yeah,
until she fully transformed to the moon, and that is, I think, around 8 seconds that is lost when you don't get the glitch. So
yeah,
let's
more
see
or
if
less.
Apok gets it.
Okay, it's looking like a really slow pattern. Getting the tornado there might actually save Apok if he
Yeah,
wants to
I
go for
think
the
he needs to
glitch.
do a lot of damage now because he didn't get a direct hit.
Yeah, looks like it.
It might, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is like the over damage scenario. If you Yuka got the under damage, I guess, so he got the normal fight, but Apok did a lot of damage, so he actually skipped one phase, I guess. But at the same time, you don't save time by doing that. It might seem like he saved time, but he didn't. He just
A
had a
brawl
longer
is
phase
surely brewing.
previously,
And
so
begin.
yeah, it all adds up, I guess.
Yeah. The thing about the indirect hit is it makes less damage. Sometimes you think you get an indirect hit and you don't, and everything. And even if you have the indirect hit, you can still over damage, I think. So it
Yeah.
is hard to estimate. But we got the wonderful 112.
Oh, the 112 blessing there on Hildaberg. That's nice. In the meantime, Yuka went super crazy on Kagni. Even in the last phase, he just like went straight into the boss, not caring about anything else. Kagni on Legacy is a relatively easy boss. Sometimes I guess you might play super aggressive and you might get punished, but in Yuka's case, though, he played the fight really well. So he's gonna move on to IL2 first, and he's gonna have a lead just because of Apok's mishaps, I guess, on Forest Follies. I guess some fights were a little bit slower from Apok, but there's not really a huge difference, I guess, from the boss fights. 7:15 enter from Yuka, and we'll see what Apok gets. Oh, in the meantime, he gets a really nasty pattern on Kagni, so he's gonna lose a little bit of
A
time.
brawl is surely brewing. It's on.
Right, so Baroness von Bonbon fight is one of the really tricky ones in Legacy. There are 5 mini bosses that you can fight, or minions, I guess, that the Baroness can spawn, and you will only fight 3. Each mini boss has specific like kills, I guess, quick kills or slow kills. Yuka getting, I believe, the best possible RNG, failing to execute though on the Gumball machine to get the super quick kill on the Gumball machine. But the other team that he got was actually pretty good. Nevertheless, pretty clean fight. Probably a 34 or 35-second fight. Nice. As Apok enters at 7:57, so it's about 42 seconds, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 42 seconds. Slower than the Yuka. 42 seconds is more or less a boss fight at this point, simply because the boss fights are really long. Well, except one fight.
Okay, we can see Apok also not getting the quick kill. What you need to do for that is actually get 2 lovers. I don't know if it's possible with
It
not
is
doing
possible.
lovers.
Yeah, it is possible with 2 roundabouts as well, but it's so tight. The 2 lovers is guaranteed quick kill now on the Gumball machine. In the meantime, Yuka picked up the bomb upgrade, and this is like where we have weapon swapping in airplane levels. The thing though is we're not going to be doing weapon swap the way that we do normal levels. There's a specific double tap rhythm that we have to do. You pretty much double tap on the rhythm of the bomb cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. Yuka, in the meantime, failing the quick kill on Wally and having to do some insane dodges right there in the corner. That was super clutch
Yeah.
from him. That's a really scary moment.
It's very often possible to get into a small plane and move a little bit, and there's the usual space, but that space is so tight and it's really difficult to get into that. I also think on the second or the third phase, I think he was actually doing the shooting nuke there, but
Oh,
it's like just a little fun glitch. I don't know
actually,
too much about that.
yeah, I believe Yuka was the one who found the shooting nuke glitch. So that's interesting. Nice there from Yuka. I don't think
Yeah.
we've seen many runners do that, right? Yeah,
I
I don't
think
think
when
we've
we
seen.
found the Luigi swaps,
Oh
no
yeah,
one really thought about doing that with the nuke, and so the problem with that is this screen is frozen for a second during the nuke animation, and doing that, the nuke is not shooting, which makes it useless for the most part. I usually go for it just for safety in case I get hit before.
yeah.
In case I get hit before getting the nuke.
Interestingly enough, though, Yuka utilizing the tech that he has available, and he discovered as well. I need to say, uh, something weird for those who play this game casually is, Jimmy is stuck there. You actually heard the puppet phase uh, getting killed, but Jimmy is still doing his own thing. It's like one of the again glitches that you do a lot of damage to the boss, and you freeze the boss on that specific screen because you killed two phases into one. So that is like a really crazy thing to do. And how you do this is with weapon swapping, of course, from the airplane, and by utilizing a hidden hitbox under the screen. You see Apok right there, hanging the left side of the screen. It shoots mini bombs, and that's like pretty much like the only spot that you can actually hit the hitbox there by shooting those mini bombs down there. As Apok is gonna do the Jimmy fight, which can be a bit scary. Yuka is gonna go on do another boss freeze, major glitch as well. Barely gets
We have seen that like at least 3 times already.
yeah,
That pause just after getting the glitch.
yeah. It's actually not that difficult to get this glitch. Sometimes Beppy though can give you a really fast pattern like Yuka got. So many of us have failed the glitch, and in order to save as much time as possible, we try to retry as soon as possible, of course, as well. Yuka getting a really nice glitch, really nice fight. 33-second fight. Apok surviving the Jimmy fight. From what I've seen, Apok doesn't really gain time over Yuka. He's losing a little bit of time every now and then in the fights, 2-3 seconds in some fights, maybe 4, I believe, on Wally Warbles. So Yuka had the lead, and I think he's extending the lead as well. So Beppy time for Apok, Dragon fight for Yuka, and this is a scary moment, kind of. Gets a really good pattern there in the beginning. You can do a specific glitch again if you do multiple. If you do a lot of damage to the boss, you can freeze it. You don't really save time. It makes the fight really easy. I guess in some cases it makes it easier. Making a fight easier makes it faster. I don't know, but I don't feel like it makes it super fast. But this is like the dragon glitch, and you can basically get many variations of that glitch. Uh, the head being stuck on the left side, or not getting the meteors, the little flame dudes. But Yuka got probably the hardest variation, but he couldn't really do anything else because he got a really long pattern, so he did a lot of damage.
I personally feel like getting the flames still is maybe even a little bit harder than actually going to the last phase.
Yeah, but what you want to do in a fight is like keep doing damage. So Yuka got by far the longest pattern, so he was like, there was no way he was not gonna get that glitch, that part of the glitch, I guess. Apok did get the Baby glitch, got a really nice fight as well. Losing time though to Yuka. Again, it was about 2 seconds. gets a really easy pattern as well for the glitch, so we probably would not see the third phase of green in this race, as Yukari is on the B fight. There are 3 patterns that you can get in this second phase. Yuka getting one of the 2 that are not good. We only need one to to save 7 seconds. But even if you do get the pattern, it's not going to be an easy thing, because sometimes platforms cannot be in your way. You will not do enough damage.
Yeah, Apok also got the flames, the glitch on Grim with the flames.
Yeah.
It was a 34, wasn't that the same time that you got it?
Yes, it was the exact same time.
Yeah, so I think there was also some pretty similar fights.
Alright, Apok will enter 3. From what I see, it's a little bit over a minute between the 2. Just like a little bit of over a minute. And Yuka will fight the robot fight, which is by far the shortest fight in the category, and not the easiest fight. This is a bit weird, because you have to do a specific setup in order to get a quick kill on the boss. Right now, Yuka will do a lot of damage, unfortunately. So basically what you do is, when you crack the heart, you throw 2 bomb EXs and you kill the boss. You can do like different variations with damage and such, but this is like by far the best setup that you can have. In the meantime, Apok gets the pattern on the B, the good pattern, the middle pattern.
That's a really nice kill there.
Yes, and gets the kill. 29-second fight compared to the 39-second fight from Yuka. So he saved 10 seconds in that fight alone by having the pattern, of course, which is the good one, but having really good execution as well. 29 is one of the best that you can get in this fight. So really nicely done from Apok. In the meantime, Yuka having issues with the robot, getting it, I believe it was the 3rd try, this one. So small chance there from Apok to actually catch up from what I see, because let's see the time that Yuka will have when he exits Dr. Carl. 15:53.
Yeah, Apok
So-
definitely has the chance now.
Yeah, so we might actually have a close race. So let's see how Apok does here in the Robo Glitch. Oh, so
Yeah, he had
Apok,
to go for the single bomb EX.
yes. From what I understand, that's his setup, actually. Doing it with 1 bomb EX. It's a little bit tricky to do it, a little bit scary, but he's actually feeling more comfortable with this setup, so that's nice.
Yeah, the advantage of the setup with 2 bombs is that you have a very visual cue that is like really easy to catch. Yuka was actually following the visual cue correctly, but he was just unfortunate and got a little too few damage. Also, so 3 really good slower EXs from Yuka there.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I saw correctly, but they might actually be tied going into Sally, or close to, I guess, by like a couple of seconds. Apok and Yuka are both shot here. They should run the buzz above because there's a hidden hitbox. In the meantime, Yuka gets a 40-second fight, which is a really good time for Sally stage play. Apok's lober, I don't think it connected there. It was a bit weird. Oh, he killed Sally fast, so maybe it connected. I'm not sure. So basically, the double damage works like I believe Justin mentioned this earlier in the beginning. You shoot the lober EX close to the boss, to the floor, and then that splash actually deals like double damage, I guess. It's kind of a weird glitch, and it was actually recently found. A year of speedrunning this in this category, and there are still a lot of optimizations.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. There was also an additional very precise glitch where it's possible to get triple damage, but there's only really one case where we use that in full ones.
Yeah.
Which
Okay,
I think at least Apok used them. I don't know if I've seen that on Yuka's screen on Peppy.
I don't think he did, because I don't think he had because he got a really fast and he had to use all his EXs, I think. So I don't know if he used that. Yuka got a really scary fight, by the way, with Werner. Werner is not necessarily the hardest boss in this category, but Well, if you are on 1 HP, it can be a bit scary. Both of them are on 1 HP. We're on 1 HP, or Apok is right now. So you have to do some clutch dodges there in the end.
Here goes.
Okay, he will opt to play a bit safe. You can actually dodge that doing a jump and throwing an EX diagonally, but it's a bit scary. Yuka playing super aggressive in the first phase on Captain Brandybeard. He won't get the 2-cycle, that's guaranteed with that specific pattern that he got. And the way he played the fight, but being on 1 HP, and you don't know what kind of RNG you will get on that second cycle, so close
That
to
was a
dying.
dangerous high jump.
Yeah,
Like
like,
to do 2 short hops.
yeah, I don't approve of that jump. Don't do that jump. Because you have to make that dash. Yuka playing a little bit too aggressive. Not aggressive, I think he thought maybe he can kill the boss before the shell connects. Yeah, that was close. Apok getting a weird pattern, especially when he didn't do enough damage. He will get a 3-cycle here,
He
unfortunately.
didn't get the quick gun, but
Okay.
he was going back. But he's really lucky with that squid because he's able to get that through very quickly.
Yeah, this is by far the best possible scenario, I guess, for a 3rd-cycle, a 3-cycle Captain Brandybeard, getting that squid because you can kill the squid. Still huge time loss compared to Yuka, but it's nice to know that you're not gonna lose a lot of time. Alright, Calamaria 1 HP. Yuka going super crazy in that fight. He's gonna be basically throwing the missile EX and shooting at the same time. He's actually really good at those Luigi swaps. Wow. He's really consistent on those Luigi swaps. That's pretty impressive. They are not really that easy to do. I think they are frame perfect as well.
Yeah, it depends on the control screen. I think he's using keyboard, right?
Yes,
Which might
yeah.
make that a bit easier.
Yeah, probably. From what I see from the timer, 2031 from Yuka. We'll see by the end of the fight what Apok gets. Playing Calamaria a little bit safer, but being on 1 HP though, it's like a little bit scary there from Apok. We are using times without loads. This is the official timing. The timers are not going to be synced because of that. There are different load times between the players. But to make the race, to make speedrunning of this game fair, we use the loadless time. Apok getting the death there, that is extremely unfortunate because that will put him quite far behind. It's about a 40-second time loss there from Apok. 1 HP again on Calamaria in the first phase. That's super unfortunate. Getting a 4-cycle Calamaria, having the nuke. Oh, there is a problem here.
Yeah,
Apok
that's dangerous.
So Apok has to stop doing damage. I think. He missed it, right?
Without sound, it's hard to judge. But oh, that was really close.
So remember all the bosses that we said earlier, that if you do a lot of damage, softlock, not you softlock, you get the glitch and the quick kills and stuff. Well, it doesn't happen in Calamaria. If you do a lot of damage, you actually softlock. It's not exactly a softlock, but basically it is a softlock. So yeah, that was ridiculously close from Apok. Yukari getting down with Phantom Express is going to move on to Inkwell Hell, having a lead now by close to 50 seconds, maybe? Question mark. I don't know exactly how much the death cost to Apok. We're going to look at the timers as Yuka enters Inkwell Hell, 22:19. I'm going to keep that in mind. We're going to see Apok's time when he enters Inkwell Hell. Phantom Express, we didn't mention anything because Apok was having a really difficult time with Calamaria. It's a really complicated fight, 4 phases. Each one of them has specific strats that you have to do. Positioning, shooting EXs. To get the best possible fight, you have to do all those things really well. But so far, Apok's having a really good fight. In the meantime, Yuka enters King Dai's fight. And this is the one fight that Well, it's a really interesting fight. You fight 3 mini bosses to actually go to the big guy, the King Dice himself. In order to go there, you have to the fastest possible ways to go through number 2, number 4, and number 9. Each boss in the roulette, each number in the roulette represents a boss. So number 2 and 4 and 9, of course, are the fastest bosses, I guess, that you can get. So we're gonna opt to choose those.
Now go.
Okay, Apok having a nice time there for Final Express. Exact same time as Yuka. I believe it was 22:19, right? When the Yuka entered. Actually, I forgot.
Yeah, should 22:19.
Alright. Okay, nice dominance fight from Yuka as well. Taking hit there. You want to be at 3 HP going to the last phase where you are better to fight King Dice. Apok in the meantime is about 1 minute, close to a minute behind Yuka. So it's up to Yuka, I think, at this point. Monkey glitch now.
Early brewing.
This game is a game of memory, but in Legacy, it's not. You freeze the monkey in the corner, you scroll the screen. Yuka did not get the first time glitch. He misses the second time glitch. Let's see if he gets the third try. I don't think this is it.
Okay, that looked pretty close on the first and the third one.
Yeah. I think this is
That
it.
should do it.
Yeah. Nice. It's a weird glitch. If you get the hang of it, you might get it more consistently, but sometimes it can be weird. Yuka unfortunately gets it fourth try, so you will lose a little bit of time. I don't know exactly how much, is about 8 seconds for each try, maybe a little bit less, depending on the pattern. But the good thing is though, Yuka will have 3 HP and he will tank the cards, and he will just like be done with the fight.
Yeah, the difficult thing about missing the monkey once is that he goes really fast after that, and with that you have to be even more precise with the timing.
Yeah, you want to be on zero. You will like tank those cards, and you will skip parrying those cards. If you do parry on the cards, you lag the game and you put a parry counter on the score screen, which loses about 0.8 seconds. Apok is done with the Dominus fight. He's going to go for the monkey, and Yuka is on the final fight, the devil fight.
Good day for us.
Yeah, Andreas right. I didn't really look for the time so far, but he's on a really good pace there. Unfortunately, immediately getting the spiders, which will probably use them quite a bit of time.
Yeah, this is the worst pattern that you can get on the devil fight. Unfortunately for Yuka, he got it. Let's see how the devil hand. Okay, he will go to the second phase, and I don't think he's close to the soft floor. I think he's.
Meanwhile, you can also see Apok going for the 8 ball instead of monkey, because he's playing the GOG version, which does not have the monkey glitch.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one.
I always forgot about that one. Except
Yeah.
this. Okay, nice knockout for Yuka there.
Yeah, this is time for Yuka. 26:05 time. Actually, really good fight, considering the fact that he got the spider. Apok on the King Dice fight. At this point, yeah, there's no way for Apok to win this one. So I believe Yuka is the winner, from what I see. Really nice time from him. Close to his PB. I don't remember exactly what his PB is, but that's like a really impressive time to get. Concerning the fact that he had really unfortunate robot fights, and what was it again? Oh, he had the monkey was a little bit of troublesome, but it's not over yet. Apok is still racing, and he is on the devil. So let's kind of get some hype in chat, because we have the last run of the group stage. Apok is on the last run of the group stage right now, before we begin the top 8 bracket of the tournament. It's going to be super exciting. Right.
Close dodges,
So,
but yeah, he got through that.
yeah, really nice dodges there. I believe he might get a 3 cycle, and unfortunately he gets one of the worst patterns that you can get for a third. Maybe Apok will showcase something that I don't think we've seen that one in the tournament, have we?
I don't think it was in the tournament, but yeah, experimenting with GeoBuffer, we've seen
All
it a
right.
few times in practice.
Alright, so he didn't do enough damage. He didn't want to risk it. I don't blame him. You can get a specific soft look in this situation if you Calamaria.
Yeah, that is probably the reason why people don't do that, because it's really dangerous that you can get the soft lock.
Yeah. And on the last phase, he is done with the fight. Unfortunately, he got really, really bad pun on the devil, but he did get a really nice finish there on the devil fight. And his run is 27-14. If you ask me, that's a good run, considering those unfortunate things that happened, of course, to the run. And if you take a look at Apok's PB before the tournament, it was a really mid 27, so he beat his old PB, I guess. That's really impressive to see. It's really nice to see runners coming back for tournaments and such to grind, to have fun with races and such, and they get really good times. I believe that we have about 14 runs out of the top 20 that happen within the tournament period, I guess. So, which is pretty insane, if you ask me. But yeah, we're gonna see if we're gonna have anyone to join us here for the interview. I'm not sure if they will. But yeah, this is the finale of the group stage in the tournament. Then we're gonna move on to the top 8. I don't know if the bracket is up, but for those who wonder what are the matchups, I guess, Caliban Hera will play against Orange Puddings. Multi-Luigi will play against Kirthar. Justin, you'll play against me. And probably the highlight of the top 8 is the 4th match of the top 8, which is SBD Wolf going up against Jason. Number 1 and number 2 in the leaderboard, clashing against each other in top 8. That's gonna be super exciting to watch, that is for sure.
Yeah, that's right. All of these look really scary. Like, I don't know if I could beat any of these people.
You can definitely beat that 2 plus guy. It's a free low. But yeah, I don't know if anyone will join us for an interview. We might ask her a bit. But yeah, we'll start arranging the races. It will probably happen the weekend, maybe. So keep the schedule. I guess bookmark the schedule if you want to make sure you don't miss a Cuphead race. In the meantime, there are going to be plenty of people. There are going to be plenty of races and events going on Speed Gaming, so you guys can check out the other Speed Gaming channels as well for plenty of gaming action, speedrunning action.
And also one thing to mention, I think for the top 8, all the races are going to be best of 3 now, so the individual races are going to be longer. And like a single death will not immediately decide whoever wins.
Yeah, true. Best of 3s are always nice. Since it's a single element, best of 3 is like the best option to have. It's going to be super interesting, yeah, to see multiple races.
I think Apok is about to come in.
Yes, I believe so as well. But yeah, really nicely done from Yuka and Apok. Yuka getting a really low time for his PB. I don't remember exactly his PB. I don't think he posted his recent PB. I think from the splits it was red, so he probably got like a mid 25. And Apok getting a mid 25 as well. So yeah, we have Apok here with us. Apok,
Hello.
how you doing, dude? Hope you're
Kind of a mix of emotions, I suppose. I thought, I thought my run was actually kind of okay. I didn't mind it too much. Other than the death on Cala Maria and the screw up on Forest Follies, I didn't mind that run. It was in general a little slow, but what are you gonna do? It's a race. So I mean, I enjoyed it, and obviously that was my last race of the tournament, and it's been really fun. So
Yeah, I was about to say that it's like the last race of the tournament. Your last race in the tournament. In the last race of the group stages overall. So it was really nice to see. You guys were really close. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you were tied exactly after the robot fight.
really? Well, I'm really, I'm not sure what if I should have played safer on Calamaria or not. I feel like if I did, Yuka would have won anyway, because it looks like he had a really nice race. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of a mix. I don't know. in general, I like my run, but obviously could be better. I did get the fast kill on Rumor Honey Battles, and I'm really happy about that. Because I've actually never gotten that in a run before.
Yeah,
but, I got the RNG, and somehow I managed to pull it off without dying.
You got a really nice time as well. 29-second fight. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I did have pretty good luck with the platforms. I stayed on the left, and then I could move to the middle, which was really nice.
Yeah, when that happens, it feels good. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's so rare, and for it to happen during a race is really nice.
Yep, it's like the dream scenario. I thought that you can only get middle pattern if you play against Kaleva, but I guess that is not the case. But yeah, I believe we have Yuka joining us here as well for a moment. We'll see. So yeah, what are your thoughts overall of the tournament and like your races? Because from what I remember, your PB before the tournament was at 27. Now you have a 25. Like pretty impressive.
Yeah, I played a lot during this tournament. I don't think I would have actually like played the game lately if it wasn't for the tournament.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks to the tournament, I definitely got a better PB, which is really cool. And just in general, it was super fun. All I wish I could have done was like get a quote-unquote perfect run during a race. Like, you know, without deaths or any big mistakes. Unfortunately, I just didn't manage it.
Yeah, I mean, you got a tie against Jason, so that's nice, right?
Yeah, that was insane. That was less me playing well and more Jason getting a bit unlucky and like a kind of a bad run for him.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that was like the typical race run, like a couple of mistakes I really made. And for him, it was like a really bad run, I feel. But hey, I'm happy. It was really cool. I mean, doesn't happen all that often for a tie. There were only 2 during the tournament, and even that was 2 more than normal.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a really good time that you got, and it was a really nice showing from you in the tournament. I hope we see more of them in the future, of course, and.
I wish I had a little bit more time to prepare for this one. Sadly, I was a little bit busy the last week, but you know, you take what you get. Exactly. Sadly, that was all I could have done for today, and it was okay. Okay, run.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one. So yeah, I don't know about you, kind of joining us right now. We had some.
Yeah, it looks like he had some issues with the microphone.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the brackets, the top 8 matches overall. I'm looking forward to see more stuff from you as well. I believe you have some plans for other speed games right now, right?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'll see when I finish the Messenger. I think I'm gonna try that out. But for now, actually, I'm probably still gonna play Cuphead because I would like to get an even better PB. I'm thinking around like 25, 30, I could definitely get. If even better, then I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't know how far I'll push the game though. I'll see how long it stays fun.
Yeah.
And then switch to the messenger, which also sounds like fun.
Yeah, I can say that the Messenger is a good game. And Messenger is definitely a really good game. Now, really fun speedrun.
I mean, yeah, for sure. If you didn't play, I probably wouldn't even know of the game.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
believe.
same there.
Okay, you guys now here with us. Yuka, can you hear us? Hello, Yuka, and GG on your race.
GG.
So that was a really good time that you got. 26:05. I actually don't. Is it a PB? Yeah, I don't have your PB somewhere. I believe it's like high 25, right? Yeah, that's really close to your PB. And despite all those unfortunate things that happened at the robot fight, that caused you like a little bit of trouble. But your run overall was extremely solid. You got some really nice fights. One of the fights, I guess, that really I was like super impressed was Sally stage play. You had some really nice low bird placement. And,
Yeah, and I got a gold.
and you got a gold as well, nice. And another thing that I mentioned with Justin is how well your airplane fights with your Luigi swaps and the nuke technique that you did. While you use the nuke, you can still fire. That's pretty cool. But yeah, unfortunately, both of you didn't really make it to the next stage, but you did have some really solid runs. I believe this is your tournament PB, if I'm not mistaken, Yuka. I don't think you had a better time in the tournament, so that's nice to get it in the last race. It was really nice showing from you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was actually my tournament PB as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's really nice to get. 2 tournament
Absolutely.
PBs perhaps in the last race, so it feels good. So Yuka, what are you planning to do now after the tournament? Are you gonna stick to this category, or are you gonna do more categories?
I'm gonna continue this category for sub 25.
Oh, that's a really nice goal and a really difficult one. So good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I believe we are done right now. Any final anything you guys have to say before we close?
No, other than, I mean, thanks to everyone that organized the tournament. Since I'm out now, I'll just be a viewer, and I'm going to enjoy that a lot. And thanks to Speed Gaming, obviously, and everyone that watched. It was really, really fun. And the commentators, and everyone else that I forgot. And that's it.
Yeah, thank you, runners, for providing a really good race, and of course Justin for joining me. I was about to do it solo, but Justin came to the rescue. Thank you, Justin.
It was really fun today.
Yeah, it was. And of course, thank you everyone for watching. This is really fun to see Cuphead races, and we like that you guys enjoy the races as well. There are gonna be plenty of more Cuphead action, of course, with the top 8. Some really close matches, some really, really great runners. So make sure you tune into that. And thank you to Speed Gaming once again for hosting this run. So with that, I hope you guys have a great day. See you, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.